Hi, it's Anne from Walsh Quilting, and I wanted to give you a view of my work area with the clamps and the bungee cords that I've just recently started using, and to show you a little bit of me quilting and moving these clamps around on the quilt. They really help to take the weight of the quilt off the table, and that means my free motion quilting is a lot less work as far as moving the quilt around and avoiding drag and such. So I just bought 2 clamps for a Handy Quilter long arm machine, and they have a wonderful long bungee type of cord and really good solid clamps on them. And I drilled holes into my shelf above my machine and just threaded the cord through, and then I can adjust them at any point that I need to for whatever length or project I'm working on. So I'm going to mount the camera in this view, and I hope that when I sit down to quilt, you will be able to see how this is working for me. And it's already making it so much easier for my ruler work and my free motion to just be able to move the quilt around. It becomes almost weightless on the table. So I'm going to show you a little bit of that. So there are various clamp systems that you can buy. Some of them have stands that go behind your machine table. Some of them clamp onto your machine table at either end or at the back and have kind of a metal channel coming up with the cord coming through the channel. And I was looking at various ones, and I just thought, why not try this and see how it works? And I think I've got it nailed down. So anyway, here we go. So you can see how I'm not having to really deal with any part of the quilt except the part that's right in front of me as I go, and the clamps help the quilt move along under the machine top through the throat area. And then when I get to the end, I'll just unclamp it, twist it, reclamp it, and away I go again. So I don't actually have to change the clamps here, but I'll stop and do it just so that I can show you. So it's as easy, literally, as just unclamping it, turning the quilt around in the direction that I want it to go, and just grabbing a section kind of part halfway back or so, and putting the clamp back on. And there's plastic guards on here for it to not damage your quilt or anything. And this one I won't put back on until I've got more of the quilt at the left hand end here. Okay, I think we've got enough here I can grab. My machine isn't actually centered under this shelf, so that makes a difference too. And it would depend on what your machine setup is and the size of quilts you normally quilt. So I don't usually quilt bed-sized quilts on here, so I'm not able to tell you that these 2 clamps alone would work for anything bigger than what I usually work on, which is a large throw. I would go about 60 by 68 or so would be about the biggest that I would do. So you might find that you need more than just the 2 clamps. Some people have them hanging from the ceiling. There's all different systems that you can put to use depending on your own setup, but I just thought I would show you how useful it is, because you can see that it's just very easy for me to move this around, and I'm able to just concentrate on my quilting and not on whether or not there's going to be drag, if my stitches are going to get longer, if I get a little glitch and I'm going faster over a spot, or the quilt stops moving and I get smaller stitches. So it's just a lot easier to work this way, and I thought that might be helpful to some of you. Thanks for watching.